So my name's Jill Van Gene. I'm the founder and CEO of Fatso. So if you're not familiar with Fatso, Fatso is an all natural line of nut butters. So we have two lines now. We have our peanut butter and our almond butter. And all of our products are enriched with plant-based super fat. So we have organic coconut oil, MCT oil, chia seeds, flax. And in our new almond butter, we've enriched that with super seeds like sunflower and pumpkin seeds. Um, our goal is really to provide spoon for spoon the most nutrient dense, flavorful, and cost accessible nut butter on the market without the use of palm oil or sugar. But in addition to being a nut butter company, we also aim to put in what we take out of the community. So one of the most rewarding aspects of our work is that we've been able to engage in a number of social justice movements, and we truly consider this to be an essential pillar of our company. Entrepreneurial leader to me really means that part of your job is to put your hand out to lift up the next generation of entrepreneurs. No one, and I mean, no one truly builds a business without some sort of help, funding, mentorship, a team, or even the greater community. And I think it's really important that as Fatso gains success, that success should be shared and put to good use. I also think that being an entrepreneurial leader means living transparently. So for me, like the road to business was a very messy and very challenging one. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs feel the need to never show weakness, to consistently project strength. And for some reason, claim that it was like a result of like this hustle and the grind and these 18-hour days. But for me, my journey was that FATSA was built by a lot of different people and had so much help along the way. And it's so important that entrepreneurial leaders are honest about how complicated building a business can be and how it can impact your mental health and how much it requires um, having friends, family, community, and mentors to be a part of that journey with you. So sharing that success and giving back to up and coming entrepreneurs and living as transparently as possible, I feel are the essential qualities of an entrepreneurial leader. I mean, there's been so many challenges that I've been able to overcome through simple problem solving. But the big one that stands out to me is just struggling with imposter syndrome. I never studied business. I have no experience in consumer packaged goods, no experience in grocery, none of it. I came from a background in academia, which is a real hotbed for imposter syndrome. So I kind of swapped one industry for another. And I was really green when I came to Fatso right from day one. And as Fatso grows, so do these like really interesting problems grow for the company and grow for myself. And I constantly feel out of school. And I think besides academia, like business is not a great way it is a great way to get like an imposter complex. So there's so much pressure to succeed in business and in entrepreneurship. It's not it's never okay to just be doing okay. I feel like entrepreneurs are always expected to be constantly just killing it, right? We always have to be these uber achievers, and it can be really overwhelming. So I feel really fortunate because I spent 11 years in recovery from addiction, and there's such a rich language around self acceptance. So while I don't think I've necessarily overcome that challenge, I've certainly gained a lot of the tools to deal with it better. And I've also been really fortunate to be able to pass some of those lessons on to other entrepreneurs who are like, I'm really struggling overall with this idea of entrepreneurship. How do I get past this? And how do I feel like I deserve to, be the head of this business, be running this business and move it forward into the future? I think the first thing is to really encourage, I mean, whether it's an employees or it's a company culture situation, is encouraging people to ask for help. I really don't see that as a flaw, is to admit that you don't know something, or to admit that, a project is too much, or that, certain aspects of the job require some help. So I think encouraging a culture of asking for help and collaboration and peer support is essential. It's definitely something that we do here at Fatso. Like the whole team, like I rarely make a decision on my own because I have a wonderful team at my disposal, and it doesn't matter what their experience is, they'll have valuable input because of their experience with the company. And whether or not, we always take that input, or whether or not, we change direction, we always at least have somebody sort of checking that work for us. So that ability to ask for help, I find to be absolutely essential in any business. Another thing that I really love talking about this, because we're so afraid of this aspect, which is failure. Embracing failure within a larger company. It makes no sense to me to bury failures, or to shame them, or to hide from them. To me, the best thing you can do is, look at the failure right in its face and say, how do we build from this? How do we learn from this? How do we ensure that this doesn't have to happen again? Failure for me, like, I've really felt like I have been somebody who has had a series of failures throughout my life. Fatso has been one of the, big true successes in my career, but it was all together through a bunch of failures. Like, if I hadn't gone through those specific failures, I never would have got to Fatso. And if I hadn't endured those failures and learned from them, I never would have been able to build Fatso to the way it is today. And then the last thing is just replace killing it culture with a culture of self-care. Whether you have a small company or a big company, it is so hard to always feel like you're in a competition. And business and entrepreneurship can often feel that way. Um, and if we start to take care of ourselves and each other, I feel like performance is better. Ideas are more robust. People are more engaged with the product or the service that you're trying to put out. Um, Having it always be fear-based, I think, it really, really stifles the innovation of a company. So I'd say be willing to ask for help, embrace the failures, and replace killing a culture with self-care culture.
I'm Jill Earthy, CEO of the Women's Enterprise Center, and I am so delighted to congratulate Jill Van Jin, founder and CEO of Fatso Nut Butters, as the winner of the BC Businesswoman of the Year Award in the Entrepreneurial Leader category. At Women's Enterprise, we support women entrepreneurs all over BC with integrated services and capital as they start, lead, and grow their own businesses. And Jill's tribe extends far beyond making an impact with her business. She is a shining example of a woman entrepreneur who also gives back to her community. She's incredible, and congratulations. I'd also like to congratulate the runner-up in this category, friend, colleague, collaborator, champion, Madeline Shaw, co-founder of ISLE and founder of Nestworks Workplace Society. I've known Madeline for many years and am continually inspired by her drive and passion for making the world a better place for all of us. Thank you to BC Business Magazine and all the sponsors of the Women of the Year Awards for profiling these incredible entrepreneurial leaders.